Something strange has happened over the last 20 years. People started eating healthier, more smoothies, more fruit bowls, more organic snacks, and more natural sugar. And yet, more disease exploded. Bloating became normal, energy crashes became normal, and millions of people starting feeling sick after eating foods they were told were healthy. One of the biggest hidden reasons might be fructose. Not table sugar, not candy, fruit sugar. Now, before you panic, this is not a video telling you fruit is poison. Fruit is not the enemy, but the relationship between modern humans and fructose has completely changed because your body doesn't process fructose the same way it processes glucose, and that tiny detail changes everything. Fructose is a natural sugar found in fruit, honey, syrups, juices, and many processed food. Grapes contain fructose, plum contain fructose, apples, guava, mangoes, watermelon, all the fruits. Even foods marketed as healthy often contain huge amount of it. But here is what most people don't know. When you eat glucose, almost every cell in your body can change it into energy, can use it for energy, but fructose, that's different. Most of fructose travels directly to the liver. So, your liver became responsible for processing almost of it. And when fructose intake becomes too high, the liver starts converting that excess into fat. This is where things get serious. Many people today have not alcoholic fatty liver disease, also called NAFLD, NAFLD, like this. And some people discover it completely by accident during an ultrasound. They don't drink alcohols, they don't feel sick, but their liver is slowly filling with fat. And researchers started noticing something interesting. High fructose intake was showing up again and again in people with fatty liver, especially from soft drinks, fruit juices, high fructose corn syrup, excessive sweet snacks, and large amounts of concentrated fruit sugar. Think of your liver like a factory. When small amounts of fructose arrive, everything works normally. But modern diets overload the factory. And when the liver gets overwhelmed, it starts turning extra fructose into triglycerides, fat. Some of that fat stays inside the liver, some enters to the bloodstream, and over time they may contribute to fatty liver, insulin resistance, high triglycerides, weight gain around the abdomen, chronic inflammation. Have you ever noticed this? You eat something sweet and instead of feeling energized, you feel sleepy, or bloated, or hungry again, and an hour later. That's not weakness, it's biology. Now let's talk about the gut. Because of some people, fructose doesn't just affect liver, it affects the entire digestive system. Some people have difficulty absorbing fructose properly in the small intestine. This is sometimes called fructose malabsorption. And when fructose isn't absorbed well, it travels further down into the colon, and their gut bacteria start fermenting it. That fermentation can create gas, bloating, abdominal pain, pressure, diarrhea, bowel urgency. And many people with IBS notice their symptoms get worse after grapes, apple, dried fruit, fruit juice, plums, honey. Not because those foods are evil, but because their gut may already be overwhelmed. Humans have always eaten fruit, but humans were never exposed to modern levels of fructose. Think about it. In the past, fruit was seasonal, smaller less sweet, harder to access. Now, fructose is everywhere in drinks, protein bars, sauces, healthy yogurt, granola, smoothies, sports drinks, and the biggest problem, liquid fructose. When you eat whole fruit, fiber slows everything down, but juice changes the equation. You can drink the sugar from 6 apples in 5 minutes, but nobody sits down and eats 6 apples that quickly. That massive fructose load hits the liver so fast. And because liquids digest rapidly, your body often doesn't register fullness the same way. Over time, excessive fructose intake may contribute to insulin resistance, and insulin resistance affect almost everything: energy, cravings, belly fat, inflammations, hormones, metabolic health. Some scientists even describe fatty liver as one of the earliest warning signs of metabolic dysfunction. And here is the scary part. You can have metabolic problems for years before blood sugar becomes abnormal. So, if you have been feeling tired after meals, constantly bloated, foggy, inflamed, hungry all the time, struggling to lose belly fat, it may not be because you are lazy. Your metabolism may simply be overwhelmed. It may not. This is important. Fruit is not poison. Whole fruits contains fiber, antioxidant, polyphenols, vitamins, hydration, and many people can tolerate fruit perfectly well. The problem is overload, especially when fructose comes from ultra-processed food, sweetened drinks, syrups, excessive juice, constant snacking. So, what can you actually do? Stop drinking your sugar. Juices and sweet drinks are one of the fastest way to overload the liver. Number 2, eat whole fruit instead. The fibers matter. The fiber matters. Watch your symptoms. If certain fruits trigger bloating, pay attention for it. Don't eat huge amount of fruit alone. Combining fruit with protein or healthy fats may help slow absorption. Sleep supports your metabolism through sleeping well, movement, strength training, reduce ultra-processed food, improving gut health. All of this matter more than people realize. The problem was never one grape. It was the constant overload. And sometimes the body whispered before it screams: bloating, fatigue, brain fog, fatty liver. These may not be random symptoms. They may be signals. And the sooner we listen, the more healing becomes possible. Take care of your gut, take care of your liver, and your metabolism may finally start working with you instead of against you. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Don't miss to subscribe to the channel to know more about your health and more about your gut.